Now, your hour-by-hour forecast with Chief Meteorologist Chris Bailey.
It's the middle of the work week, downhill tour of the weekend, and temperatures are going to take a little downhill turn as well, but it's only getting us back to normal-ish. Live look outside. Different sky cams across the entire region and a little more cloud cover showing up. Frankfort to E-Town, Louisville, Milky Sun, starting to get in on some Milky Sun, Lexington, and there you go with the smoky skies into southeastern Kentucky. The numbers right now compared to 24 hours ago, just a little cooler into a lot of areas. Upper 70s to low 80s right now across central and eastern Kentucky. Defender Radar Network has a little bit of cloud cover showing up into parts of central and eastern Kentucky. But the farther west that we go, look how quickly now we start to see the clouds increasing from I-65 and west. That's where we actually have a couple of raindrops showing up. Thunderstorms around Indianapolis, some showers, thunderstorms here into parts of Illinois and Missouri, basically right on top of the Mississippi River. Some of those are actually on the severe side. Let's break down the next 3 days. Tomorrow, it's not going to rain all day. You're going to get temperatures that'll spike up in the morning, then drop into the afternoon. And at some point tomorrow, you're going to have a shower pass through. Will it last 2 minutes? Will it last 20 minutes or a little longer than that? Maybe a rumble of thunder out there is a possibility. I don't think many of us will pick up more than a quarter of an inch of rain at most as of now. Chilly wind will blow on Friday. I say chilly because it's a normal wind, partly to mostly sunny skies that will continue to be noted on Friday. It's going to be a typical early November weekend in the Bluegrass State. Little frost in the morning on Saturday with some mid-30s into many areas. Gorgeous afternoon, those going to follow suit with some sunshine and temperatures 60 to 65. High pressure across the Smokies heading toward the beaches of the Carolinas. Who can blame it? And that's allowing a cold front to dive its way on in as we go into the second part of our Thursday. And that wind then becomes almost due north as we go into the day on Friday, at least to start things out. That will usher in some of that chillier air. Let's break it down for you with the temperature forecast hour by hour. We'll start you out as we go into Thursday with temperatures during the day that will be dropping as that cooler wind begins to kick into high gear from north to south. For the day on Friday, jump starting the weekend. Here we go, 4 o'clock, temperatures mid-50s, Bluegrass region, low 50s across eastern Kentucky. Planning a night out on the town on Friday for the first time in a while, you're going to need the jackets. Look at 11 o'clock, low 40s that will be showing up. And there you go with a little frost early on Saturday morning as winds go light. Could be our first widespread frost we've had so far, a little later than normal. 50s by noontime on Saturday, low to mid-60s coming up Saturday afternoon with a quick drop in your back porch thermometer on Saturday evening with low 40s that will show up. And as we go into Sunday morning, it's kind of a rinse and repeat forecast. Upper 30s to start things out, 60s as we go into the heart of the afternoon. 7-day forecast that includes Election Day. And there's a small chance for a shower right now. It's a system that probably isn't going to get in here until Wednesday or Thursday of next week, but at least there's a chance for a late day shower on Election Day right now. Between now and then, though, it's seasonal this weekend.
Boy, Friday's going to feel pretty chilly compared to what we've seen.
Especially with a gusty wind that'll be out there. But you're going to have the sunshine, and you got to keep in mind, this is just taking us to where we should be for this time of year. Crazy.
We've been extra spoiled.
Yep.
Thank you, sir.
Well, this is fascinating. Archaeologists in Jerusalem believe they have uncovered the burial slab where the body of Jesus is said to have been placed after his death.
National Geographic experts made the discovery while doing a documentary about the restoration project of an historic shrine. Charlie Daggett reports from London.
For believers, it is the holiest site in Christianity, deep inside Jerusalem's old city, the Church of the Holy Sepulchre, the very tomb where Jesus Christ is believed to have been buried.
You see the pilgrims who are in ecstasy as they go in, and they're seeing something that they've believed in all their life.
Footage from the documentary shows how archaeologists sorted through layers of marble, plaster, and debris, centuries of destruction and reconstruction, like peeling back layers of an onion, when they finally discovered this, a marble slab with a cross carved into its surface, thought to date back to the Crusades of the 1500s, and the original limestone burial bed revealed to be intact.
It was amazing to see a cross right on the spot where we were looking.
National Geographic's archaeologist in residence, Frederick Hebert, said his knees were shaking at the revelation.
I feel like we are as close as possible to saying that is exactly the spot that Constantine said, here is the burial of Jesus Christ.
After 60 hours, the tomb was sealed back up, perhaps never to be reopened again. Charlie D'Agata, CBS News, London.
I'm Deanne Stevens, out and about in Nashville today. It's the day of the 50th anniversary of the CMA Awards. Coming up, we are talking to Garth Brooks and Trisha Yearwood right here on WKYT.
Country music artists and fans from all over the world are in Music City to celebrate what country music is all about.
And our Deanne Stevens is out and about with the one and only Garth Brooks and Trisha Yearwood, where they are gearing up for the Country Music Awards. Hi, Deanne.
Hey, good afternoon, guys. We are here in Nashville, prepared. Hey, who are you? Who is this man?
I am Mr. Yearwood.
Mr. Yearwood, I love it. And the beautiful Trisha Yearwood here with us. Garth Brooks, Trisha Yearwood, preparing for the 50th anniversary of the CMAs. It is a huge, huge year for the CMAs.
It's good. It's going to happen again. This won't be the only time, but it'll be another 50 years before it's this cool right here. This is awesome.
I mean, here's what I want to know. I'm trying to get the inside scoop. What are we going to see at the show? Are you allowed to tell us?
Not really, but what I'm excited about is not only participating and honoring some of the music that's come before us, but all the artists who have previously won CMAs and who have been such a part of our history who are going to be there. So it's not going to be just fun to participate. It's going to be fun just to watch and just to listen and see what happens.
Well, isn't CMA Week just fun period to be a part of and celebrating incredible country music?
Yeah, I think it's always supposed to be, but this year definitely it's going to be, the music will be pushed to the front, which is what it's all about. So you're going to get to hear songs from the greatest legends ever, Haggard, Jones, Keith Whitley, all these people like Buck Owens. Then the living legends are going to show up. George Strait, Randy Travis. This is going to be awesome.
I feel like I'm standing with the living legends, okay? All right, we got Kentucky goodies for you. I know you're the best cook in the world, but we've got some moonshine truffles from Old Kentucky Chocolates
I'll be taking those.
and some koozies from Keeneland. We love you guys.
Very sweet.
I hope you feel better and make it through the rest of the week
Thank
for
you very much.
CMAs.
It's gonna be a good one.
I'm Deanne Stevens, out and about with my two favorites. Back to you guys.
Well, that's pretty cool. We can't really top that, can we?
It doesn't get any bigger than Garth Brooks and Trisha Yearwood. All right.
Nope. Well, a judge in suburban Philadelphia is deciding which evidence to allow in Bill Cosby's upcoming sexual assault trial.
Kenneth Craig has more from the courthouse as Cosby's pretrial hearings continue for the second day.
An aide led Bill Cosby back into a Pennsylvania courtroom Wednesday. Inside, his lawyers again argued his sexual assault case should be thrown out, citing an 11-year delay between the time Andrea Constand says the comedian sexually assaulted her and when prosecutors filed charges last year.
There have been many cases filed in many courts in which there's been a delay in filing much longer than 12 years.
Gloria Allred represents several of the dozens of other women who also say Cosby sexually assaulted them.
Prosecutors are fighting to bring 13 of those women here to testify when the case goes to trial next year.
Defense lawyers also argued the case should be dismissed, saying the current district attorney, Kevin Steele, used the comedian as a political pawn by promising to prosecute Cosby if elected. The entertainer says the former DA promised he would never file charges over the 2004 sexual encounter if Cosby testified in Constand's 2005 civil suit. Cosby's recently unsealed deposition in that lawsuit led to the case being reopened. Kenneth Craig, CBS News, Norristown, Pennsylvania.
And Cosby's trial is set to start in June. Apple is making some cha-cha-cha changes to its emoji characters. The new batch of emojis released this week includes one honoring the late David Bowie. His emoji includes both male and female versions of the gender-blending pop star. Also among the new batch, female judges, teachers, firefighters, astronauts, and plumbers. Previous series mostly depicted women as painting their nails and dancing salsa, while detectives, police officers, and surfers were all exclusively men.
A movie set nearly a century ago is getting some high-tech publicity. Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them may take place in 1926 New York, but the marketing is decidedly 21st century. Android phones will respond to spells such as Lumos for light and Silencio to turn off the ringer. And Google Maps not only displays places from the film like the Wizard Watering Hole, the Blind Pig, and the Magical Congress of the USA, but it takes you inside, showing you what they look like 90 years ago.
U2's Bono is one of Glamour magazine's Women of the Year for his Poverty is Sexist campaign. It advocates for education and age protection for young ladies around the world. Other honorees include Olympic gymnast Simone Biles, IMF chief Christine Lagarde, and the 3 women who founded Black Lives Matter.
Halloween may be over, but some of this year's costumes live on. See how a 5th grader's huge Donald Trump costume is making him the latest viral sensation. That's when we return.
I wonder how many of you did this. I walked out of the house this morning and went, this is beautiful. I mean, we're so lucky.
And I say this I could take all year round, but it doesn't happen.
The most populated state in the country if it was like this every day.
Absolutely. But Chris, we do have some big changes coming for us.
All right, guys, here's what we're going to do. All right, we're going to take a big old bottle outside, and we're going to take this and just put it inside that bottle, and then we'll sell it about a month from now. See how much money we can make on it, because things are going to change, obviously. You can't keep the 80s around forever in the month of November, but 2 days in a row to start out the month with temperatures into the low 80s, tying record highs again. We've dropped it now to 79, Moorhead 80, London, Lexington, and Frankfurt as some clouds begin to filter on into town. No worries for rain this evening, but again, a little bit of cloud cover will be noted across central and eastern Kentucky, and eventually we'll change it up as we go into your Thursday with a cold front that is on the move. We'll track that just ahead. It's time to track the traffic. We call it live drive traffic. Here's Officer Don.
The collision on Mercer has been cleared, so all lanes are open there. It's still pretty crowded, though, near Mercer and Georgetown. There's also been a vehicle fire I-64 eastbound near the 91-mile marker between Winchester and Mount Sterling. That's causing backups up to 2 to 3 miles. The fire's out, but still delays are there. Drive times to Paris look normal. Nothing unusual happening on 75 across the Clays Ferry Bridge into Madison County. Now back to you in the studio.
A political costume goes viral, a pilot proposes, and a candy thief. It's the video that will have you talking. Take a look at this.
Now, there was no shortage of clever costumes on display this Halloween, but this one made trump them all. A Kansas 5th grader going viral for his unique riff on everyone's favorite candidate's hair. Gage Devader of Wichita spoofed Donald Trump's infamous mane with a combination of grass skirts and Trump's signature Make America Great Again hat, complete with eye holes. Gage says there's no political aim behind the costume. He just did it to make people laugh and never expected it to blow up like it did. Pretty inventive.
Pretty creative, for sure. All right.
Now, for all those people who have the habit of ignoring in-flight announcements, I'm one of them, this one will make you listen.
Qantas Airlines pilot Dooley Ellis started his in-flight announcement like normal, but ended with a message to a special passenger. Take a listen.
We also have a very special passenger on board today, folks. Her name is Anna. She's travelling back to South America now to visit her family, and I want to make sure she comes back to me in Australia. So now that I have her complete attention, Anna, ¿quieres casarte conmigo? Will you marry me?
Well, after the announcement, pilot Ellis got down on one knee with a wing, and of course, she said yes.
I'll never forget that one. All right, very special. A thief in Kansas has quite a sweet tooth. One Kansas State student says a Kit Kat bar was stolen from his car. Thankfully, that was the only thing stolen. The student, Hunter Jobin, says that the thief didn't take his cell phone or even his wallet. He just wanted the Kit Kat bar in his cup holder. Well, then the thief did leave behind an apology note. He says he's sorry and he's hungry. Hunter decided to give the thief a break. He shared the apology note on Twitter, and it's gone viral. Well, that's all he wanted. That's a shame.
Just, I guess, let him have it for sure.
Yeah, sure.
On that note, please stick with us. Here's what we're working on for you today at 5 o'clock.